Joining us now, Eric Baxter, Senior Counsel for the Becket Fund for Religious Liberty. Eric is part of the organization representing the Knights of Columbus as this heads to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Eric, welcome to America's Forum. Whenever I hear the Ninth Circuit, especially given my time in Congress representing the state of Arizona under the jurisdiction of the Ninth Circuit, I start to worry. The Ninth Circuit has a reputation that is unremittingly leftist. I don't know if you can speak in candor since you're going to be there arguing this case, but do you worry that the Ninth Circuit will be less than sympathetic to the heritage and tradition of religious expression on public lands?
You know, I think this is a pretty straightforward case. The Forest Service allows all kinds of activity on public lands, everything from, private recreational activity to industrial activity, mining, other kinds of commercial activities. It allows restaurants to be built, ski resorts to be built, hotel, national restaurant chain onto anybody. And it's equally ridiculous to think that because they've allowed the Knights to erect a monument honoring veterans from World War II, that the government is somehow trying to force Christianity on the skiers at Whitefish. So because this is private speech that's allowed under a permitting system that is neutrally available to everyone, I'm optimistic that the court will get this right.
Eric, part of your preparation to go and argue before the court is to cite certain precedents and past case law. With that in mind, are there similar cases along these lines that have been won by those who champion the freedom of religious expression?
There is. There's a case in the Ninth Circuit from the 1990s of a Christmas display that was put up in a park in Balboa Park in San Diego. Every Christmas, large scenes from the New Testament were put up, and the court held in that case that because it was private speech, there was a permitting system. Anybody who wanted to come and apply to put stuff up or to speak in the park, they could come and apply, and they would be treated fairly. And there was no evidence that the group putting up this Christmas display had been treated, favorably. And so the court said, look, this is private speech. Nobody could reasonably think this is the government's effort to push a religion on anybody, and so they allowed it. And I'm optimistic that that precedent will prevail here also.
Well, let's hear what another legal expert has to say. He is a former prosecutor by the name of Douglas Burns, and here's what he had to say about this memorial.
If you want to have a war memorial, I worked at the federal courthouse in Brooklyn, and there's a huge World War II memorial across the street in the park, and it doesn't have any religious symbols. So the argument is have a war memorial, but don't have any religious symbols. And additionally, people from other religions fought in those conflicts, and therefore, how can you, not honor them as well?
That's Eric Burns, a former prosecutor, speaking on this case to the Fox News channel. Let me give you a chance, Eric, to respond to what Prosecutor Burns had to say.
Sure, he's welcome to put whatever kind of memorial he wants, and the Knights of Columbus are welcome to put whatever memorial they want. Lots of people choose to honor great sacrifice, like was shown by the 10th Mountain Division. They choose to honor that with religious speech, and that's their right to do that. The government, religion is a natural part of our history and culture. Most Americans are religious. That religion is reflected in our founding documents and throughout all of our history. We've honored the war dead with religious symbolism, religious speech, and we've also honored to express their religion if they want to, or their secularism if they want to. And the government shouldn't be picking and choosing which speech is preferred. And here
we'll
the Knights applied for a permit.
Yes, Eric Baxter,
they were treated fairly.
We will watch with interest what transpires in the Ninth Circuit. We thank you for joining us, offering your viewpoint on this as the Senior Counsel for the Becket Fund for Religious Liberty. Well, when we come back, we will have your thoughts, whether it's this story or some others, and you know how to get a hold of us, right? If you don't, let me make sure you do. You can go to Twitter. You can tweet us your comments at NewsmaxTV, #Americas Forum. Or you can email us, connect@newsmaxtv.com, and then there's Facebook, facebook.com/Newsmax. We are coming right back as it's your turn next on America's Forum.